Right guys, it's actually a week later now, so it's the following Sunday. I think it's now the 4th of August or something like that. Last week I just couldn't be fucking arsed to do out, so I was just too tired, and I've been a bit tired all week. But anyway, so I've cycled down today, and then I've obviously my push bike's over there, and I've started the car up, and I'm going to let that warm up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my Millie out, get the Thunderace out, and then get my ZX12 out, because what I want to do with the ZX12 is put the clutch cable back on. I've brought the battery down for my ZX12, so I've carried that down, and believe it or not, I know it's only a small battery, but you know, to carry that 3 miles it soon gets to you. So what I'll do is I'll get the bikes out and then I'll continue. Right, so one of the problems I had when I first got the bike was a starting issue, and it had a different can on. So I think the starting issue was due to the fact that it hadn't been starting a long time, and I think the battery was, to be honest with you, a bit shit. So I've since taken the battery home, so let me just, I'm going to reconnect it now, because what I've started doing is disconnecting it, because I think with it having an alarm on, and I'm not coming down for it, you know, I'm not coming down here in weeks or whatever, it's just draining it. And then obviously when I try and start it, then it doesn't start right good. So we'll turn it on. So you can see there it's flashing cold because I've only just connected the battery, obviously. So we'll put the choke on. And what I've started doing now is when I've started it up, I'll leave it ticking over for maybe a minute, and then I'd knock the choke off. So, fucking hell, I was about to say, so you can see there that it started alright. Oh god, just watch now, it won't bloody start. Typical. Thank god for that. Yeah, so I'll leave it ticking over for a few, you know, a minute or so, then I'll knock it off and then we'll go for a spin down there. But it's starting alright now. It's still a bit noisy, isn't it? But it is a lot quieter since I don't know what that bit of a misfire was. Oh, I'm running out of juice. I need to get some, let me just knock this choke off. I don't like having the bikes on the choke that long, I'll be honest with you. In fact, I wonder if I can knock it all the way off. I hope it doesn't stop. It's still saying cold. Right, the choke's all the way off. Yeah, for me to bring some petrol down as well, I can't physically carry, you know, a fucking motorbike battery and a gallon of petrol in a rucksack. It's just too heavy. So I'm getting my licence back soon. My application's in my DVLA, they've contacted the hospital. I'm just waiting for the hospital to get back to them, and then hopefully I'll have my licence back. So you will see me driving around a lot more, guys, and you'll see me riding then. So let me just do what I'll do now is I won't film this, I'll just take my bike down there and bring it back, and then I'll get the others out. Right. Took the Millie up and down to the yard a few times. Can't wait to get that MOT and taxed and whatever on the road. But this is the Old Faithful. I really need to give this a service. This bike absolutely never lets me down, and I swear to God. So just let me connect to the battery, and then again what I've started doing is disconnecting the batteries. Because every time I've come down, they've just been flat as a fart, because obviously they're not getting used, are they? So, right, I'll be back in a minute when I connect this battery. What about the little bloody, do you know the little nut that goes underneath? It fell down there. Right, anyway. So, the first thing to do is check the water, because the last time I came down, the water leak fixed itself. Let's see if there's any water still in here. Look at that. What a good do. It's actually fixed itself. I tell you, this bike, just so reliable. So reliable, it even fixes itself. Right, so I'm low on juice, but I'll get this started. As you can see, look. If I turn it on again, it's freezing cold. And watch this, it'll start straight away. And what I tend to do is you leave the revs gradually build up. I leave it until it goes on full chat, about 4,000 revs. So it's 2.5. And then I leave it like that for like maybe 30 seconds, and then I knock the choke off again. As I say, to get this on the road, I need some new indicators. I need to get a new belly pan for MOT, I think, because I don't think it'll pass MOT like that. I need to give it a good clean service. But yeah, I'm definitely going to get this one back on road. I love it. I need to do my chain, everything. Look, I'm just not done out with it at all. So I'll just knock this off. Right, again, I'll set this one down, and then we'll get the ZX12 out and we'll start doing the clutch cable. Right, I just took it down the road, well, in the yard, and I did notice this when I was getting it out, look. You can see where the side stand's been there. And I think I've got a leak in my clutch. My hydraulic clutch, because oh, there, look. Right, I think my clutch is leaking. Because when you're letting clutch out, it literally goes to there and it starts biting. So it's literally, yeah, I think. Right, and as I say, it needs a fucking good service, does that. And my front tyre, believe it or not, is low in pressure, because when I was going round a corner, God, it felt as though it was going to tip over. Classic sign of no air in the tyre. It's right, so we'll get the ZX12 out, get the clutch cable on, and hopefully that'll start. So 2 minutes. Right, God, my bike's looking rough as fuck, man. It desperately needs a clean. This hasn't even been started in like 12 months. So I 100% need to do this. As you can see, I've broken my bloody indicator off, cracked my fucking fairing. This is because I've got them in storage. That needs putting on properly. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? And then for some reason, I don't know why, but the clutch cable is disconnected. So I shall connect that now, and then hopefully, look, we will. I'll check the oil before I start it, and then we'll get it started, hopefully. Right, I'll just connect that cable and we can try it then. Right, I think it's got the wrong clutch cable on, because you can see there, look, when it zooms in, that's nearly adjusted all the way out. Can't go really much further than that. And then this one is the same. That's adjusted all the way out, but I can literally do that with one finger. So I don't know what's wrong with that. but I'll stick the battery on, see if I can start it. Right, I've got the battery on, but there's hardly any petrol in there, I don't think. So what we're going to do is we'll try and start it. Now, I promise you, this has not been started in over 12 months. Like it's saying there, we've got just under half a tank. But you can clearly see it's stone cold, look. And I promise you, this hasn't been started in 12 months. Fingers crossed. I don't know what effect it'll have with me with this clutch not working. Oh shit, I'm going to check oil, won't I? Where's the fucking oil level? There. Oh, just give me 2 minutes. Just give me 2 minutes while I just check this. Oh god, it's an heavy bike, is this? Oh, hang on. Oh yeah, there's, oh god. Right, there's oil that came up, but it looks as black as out, and it definitely needs fucking doing. So, choke on, let me come around this side. Fingers crossed, I promise you this hasn't been touched. I know I've just said it, but it's not been touched in 12 months, so we'll see. Fingers crossed, eh? Fingers crossed, come on please, please, don't fucking break. Oh my god. I absolutely promise you, that has not been touched. Look, look. Oh, that's a bit hot now, but... Oh, I don't believe it. That is the first time I've started my ZX12 in over 12 months. Well, just under 12 months. Unfucking believable, it started straight away. I don't like... I'm not going to rev it, I'll rev it a little bit. You can always tell when they've just started, because you can see, even watch all the films, start watching the films now, and you can tell when the car's just restarted, because it's that smoke comes out of it. Well, it's not smoke, but you know what I mean, you can see it, whereas when it gets warm you can't see that. So when I'm watching films I'm like, oh, they've only just fucking started that car, but it looks like they've been racing around the streets. I don't know what this clutch is playing at, I think it's the wrong cable. It's definitely, I need to sort that, I need to get another clutch cable for it. I'm surprised I ain't taken over a bit more actually, because it's on choke. Loads of choke. I don't know whether to turn the choke off or not. Oh, that is so sweet. I cannot wait until I get this out. See if lights still work. And I can't believe how bloody... Oh yeah, that's getting warm. Yeah, that's getting a bit warm now, is that? Can's still fucking cold, but that's starting to get warm now. As you can see now, look, the smoke's sort of like, you know, the white smoke's gone. Well, it's in white, but you know what I mean. Right, so I need to get a clutch cable. That is unbelievable, it started like that. after 12 months. I know I keep banging on about it, but you honestly don't understand. I've been dying to get this started for so long. Oh, the temperature's just starting to come up now, look. It's actually left the cold bit. Yeah, that's definitely getting hot now. Ow. And on my previous videos I had the shock absorber reconditioned. I know it's a lot of money, but I wanted to keep the bike as standard as I can. Although it's looking rough. Poor baby looks rough. It's just a shame, innit? I can't fucking have a go on it. But I'm not bothered. Right, anyway. Do you know, I've tried putting it on, well, I've put it on the paddock stand, but I've forgotten how heavy these bikes are. But what I'm going to do is, I know the clutch isn't working, look, it's just, look, even with my little finger. So the clutch is definitely not working, but I'm going to try and bang it in gear. That's why I've got it off the paddock stand. And just see what happens, and that's why I put it up against the unit there and stuff like that. It's definitely warming up now, look. So it's definitely getting warm now. But we'll see if we can get it in gear. See what happens. What I'm going to do is try and spin this to get it going, and then I'll sort of like clunk it into gear. Oh, there we go, look. So that's in first gear now. Which is a good do. Chain's rattling a bit because obviously there's no weight on the rear. There's no weight, so that's why the chain is rattling a bit. Oh, look at that, I'm doing 10 mile an hour. Bloody hell, eh? Watch this. It's up against there, isn't it? See how fast I can get it to. See that? I won't do it much more because there's a squeak. I think it's coming from the chain. Right. Let me just see if I can knock it into second gear. There, we're in second now. Right, I'll put it into neutral now. I think we're in... no, we're not. Oh, I've knocked into first. Right, we're in neutral now, look. So, yeah, there we go. So, yeah, so I need to grease my chain, get that clutch cable sorted out. Obviously, if I tried putting it into gear without a clutch cable on the floor, it'd just fucking stall it, wouldn't it? Right, oh, fan's coming on. Oh, shit, I never forgot. That's what I forgot to do, check the fucking water. Shit. Oh. There, look, we're alright. Right, anyway. So that's my ZX12 sort of... yeah, it's too hot to hold my hand on, but not... do you know what I mean? Right, guys. At least we've accomplished something today. I'm well happy. So I'm getting a bit excited because, like I say, I know I keep repeating myself, I know this, but you just don't know how excited I'm getting because it's been 12 months since I've been on the road driving a car or riding a bike, and I've been driving for 40 years, you just don't know that feeling. It's like having your fucking leg chopped off. So I'm so excited as to getting my car back on the road, and as soon as I get my car back on the road, I promise you guys I will start doing loads more stuff on the bikes. So for instance, these two Thunderaces in here, this one I call it my green engined one because I built that up, I've got the videos, I'll get that out and started it. This is the one that Zach built, but anyway, so yeah, so what I think the first bike I'm going to get done for the road, I'll get my car done, my car's priority. The first bike I'll get done is my Millie, and then we'll go for a ride on my Millie, and I'll get a camera attached to it somehow. I'll see if I can buy a sucker on here or something and stick it on there, and so it's pointing down there. But we'll get the bike done, we'll get this Millie on the road, get that done. Then I'll get my Thunderace on the road, because like I say, I don't think that's going to pass MOT like that. It needs indicators, it needs a good clean. In the meantime, I'm going to order a new clutch cable for my ZX12. We'll get that done, and then we'll get this done and we'll get this on road, and then we'll start doing stuff. Once I've got them two Thunderaces running, I'm going to put that gecko and that fucking adrenaline thing into the unit. We'll turn that into a track bike, and we'll get sorted, guys, I promise you. Right, that's it, and I'll see you next week.